Alright, so I think I'm just gonna start this straight up, like straight off the bat, because I don't know how else to start this. But I don't know about y'all, but I honestly don't like people that don't do what they preach. You know what I mean? You're out here on the streets talking about this and that, talking about, oh, you should do this and that because it's going to be better for you. Or if you follow me and do this and that, like it's going to be great. But whatever you just told me, you ain't even doing yourself. Which makes no sense at all. None. You're gonna come up to me and tell me everybody's equal, everybody is, the same, we're all one, we're all humans and stuff like that, yet you're shooting or you're trying to hurt a certain person for something that happened in the past. You know what I mean? I feel like more people out here, they tend to think of whenever something happens and a certain person had done it, that means everybody of that certain category is gonna be the same way as that one person. They think that, oh, because this one category of people, this one race of people or whatever did this, that means everybody else like them is going to do the same. Which makes no sense at all. I hate the fact that people are out here talking about, I want to bring world peace. I want to start making world peace. Like, we should start just loving each other more. But the same ones that are talking about we should bring world peace are the same ones that are affecting this world. They're the same ones that are hurting this world. They're the same ones that are killing this world. Things I don't understand. How are you going to come up to me talking about we should start world peace, stop world hunger, and all this other stuff? And I'm over here like, yeah, we should. Yeah, I totally agree with you. But then you're going to be like, oh, I hate those type of people. They're oh my gosh. Y'all are the reason why this world is so broken. Y'all are the same people, same ones that are out here voting for people that for sure ain't gonna do jack to this world. I feel like most of us today are blinded by a curtain. Most of us today are thinking that what's wrong is now right. We're looking at the bad things to be the good. We see people talking about, oh, if you vote for me, I'll do this, I'll end world hunger, I'll do this, all this different stuff. But once you vote that person, once you give that person the power to do what they said they were going to do, they don't even do it anyways. Because you were blinded by his lies, by their lies. I look at people today, so many people think that cops are now bad people. Because some cops, keyword here, some cops decided that they wanted to go and hurt innocent people. So now people think that all cops are bad. I see people bashing on African Americans, talking about African Americans, they're bad people, they're thugs. Well, I'm not no thug. Am I considered a thug? I see people bashing on Caucasians, talking about all Caucasians are racist. That's a lie. Because I know that there were some Caucasians at the same Black Lives Matter march that were also marching with people. They were also marching with the African Americans. So are they considered racist for walking with the same African Americans supporting a certain race? I see people talking about Hispanics are drug dealers. Not all of them are drug dealers. Shoot, they sell good tacos. They the same ones that brought Taco Bell. What? I don't understand it. I really don't. This world is full of so much pain. This world is full of so much hurt, deceit. Trust issues is the main thing, first off. Trust issues. But the only way you're ever going to fight fear, the only way you're ever going to fight violence is with love and peace. So instead of going to kill people, how about you go up to them and say, hey, I'm praying for you. Hey, I know you're going through something, but let me tell you this. I'm with you. I'll help you. If you need some help, come and tell me. I'll help you out. Because I remember back in my days, if you didn't like your life, you ended your own life by yourself. Nobody was included.
Pause. In no way am I trying to promote suicide.
But it's like nowadays, people think that if my life is bad, everybody should know it. If my life is bad, I'm going to make sure people know it. I'm going to go and hurt other people as well. Once I hurt them, that's when I'm going to hurt myself as well. Why is it like that? Why is it that so many people are feeling so much pain and yet we're not able to see it? I look at this world today and I'm looking at a new world. It's not even the same Lizzie McGuire days back in the early 2000s, the same 2000s I grew up in. The That's So Raven days. Those days where you were able to go and hang out with your friends on the streets and not get worried about a cop coming to start questioning you, possibly even killing you. I remember back in my days, we used to look at cops as our heroes. They were the ones that came and said, hey, are you okay? If they ever saw you down, they even came up to you and said, hey, what's wrong? Back in my days, cops were the good guys. They're the ones that if you were ever having a problem in your household, you'd run to them first. You'd run to them first because you knew that they knew what was right. Nowadays, we can't even trust cops. Nowadays, we look at everybody to be liars. We're holding on this guilt. This whole trust. It's all trust. It's not even a race problem. It's not a cop problem. It's a trust problem. It's not the fact that people are trying to bash on us for this and that and that and that. It's a trust problem. Some people can't admit it, but we all have trust issues. That's like walking into a 7-Eleven. You want to go buy a chocolate chip cookie? Shoot, they only got raisin, but you thought it was chocolate chip. You bought the cookie, 99 cents. Okay, you give it $1. Go home or whatever. You bite into your cookie, it's raisin. It's not even chocolate chip. That's the main trust issue. And it really hurts so much that there's so many kids out there that are out here smiling and making the world, trying to like look at the world out a brighter side. But for some of us that were born, some time ago, we're looking at the world to be like, man, this world has totally changed, like a lot. A lot. History books, all that U.S. history, civil wars, and all this other stuff, that was all in the past. That was the triangular slave trade, whatever that was all in the past. I don't see why people have to bring back, they have to dig up the dirt. They have to dig up your past and be like, boom, but you did this and that and that and that. How about instead of looking at people's past, look at where they're going. Look at the path they're taking. How about you look at the road in which they're driving down, walking down. How about instead of bringing someone down, you bring them up? Put more positivity in this world. This world is so negative that it's like if you were to put a little bit of positivity, it could have brought the negativity a little bit down. How about instead of creating a new hashtag, you actually stand up and say something? Why tweet hashtag pray for this people, pray for them, hashtag this and that? How about instead of hashtagging things, you speak up and say something? That's something that we're lacking in this world. We're lacking speaking up. We're so afraid of what people were going to say about us that we just can't speak up for ourselves. Speak up and say something. Because the only way they're going to listen is when you speak up and say something. Martin Luther King, he had a dream and he spoke about it. He had a dream. He stood at the podium, risking his own life, and talked about it. Jesus. He knew people hated him. He knew it, but he still loved them anyways. You look at Tupac. Everybody hates Tupac, right? But Tupac was the realest rapper I've ever heard of. He was the realest. I kid you not, I didn't even know Tupac. I don't know him. My dad does. Lord knows how he does, but he does. But he was the realest. They were able to love on others no matter what they did. They spoke the truth. And that's another thing that we're lacking in this world. Truth. We're so blinded by lies that we don't even know what the truth is. We can't even see what the truth is. We can't even tell what is right from wrong, because everything that looks right sometimes looks wrong. And whatever looks wrong sometimes looks right. We're looking at our hands like which one is left and which one is right. We look at the world today and we just ask ourselves, what happened? What happened to the world I grew up in? What happened to those days of being happy and free? What happened? Because nowadays, it's like the only people ever going to get their points across is by harming someone. Nowadays, the only way you're ever going to make a difference, make a really big impact in a negative way, is by hurting someone. But you see, it only takes one person to affect so many. So why don't you be that one person that brings positive light? Why don't you be that one person that shows the way? Why don't you be that one person that says, hey, don't focus on this. Focus on the future. Hey, don't look at what's negative in this world. Start thinking of the positive. If we change this today, tomorrow could just be a brighter day. If we step up today and say something, then everything that we've ever grieved on, everything we've ever cried over, will be all gone. Be that one person that wants to make a change in this world. Don't be that person that starts hashtags. Because hashtags ain't gonna help jack. All it's gonna do is bring whatever that is, whatever that problem is, whoever created that problem, that's just gonna bring them more fame. Just like celebrities. The more you talk about celebrities, the more money they get. So the more and more you talk about your fears, the more and more you start talking about how much you don't like the world, the more and more you start talking about death and all this other stuff, the more and more you'll start to fear it. The more and more it will start to happen. So instead of talking about all your fears, talk about positivity. Say tomorrow will be a better day. It's okay. I know today wasn't all that great, but tomorrow will be a better day. Your words make your future. Whatever you say today will make what the rest of your life will be. So if you fill your life with more positivity, your whole life will be positive. But the more and more you fill your life with negativity, that's where you'll see yourself in the dark. That's where you won't see no light at all. So instead of trying to be silent in a corner, stand up, light that candle, guide your way through that tunnel to the light. Don't sit in the silence and say nothing. Don't do it, because you're exactly that one person that's starting all the crime in the first place. Being silent is just like killing somebody. Sitting in the silence is just like hurting somebody, because you ain't doing nothing about it. So be that person that says, we will not be silenced.